Hey everyone, I am so excited for today's video. I am taking part in Heidi Sambal's Friend Friday Hop. There are other talented girls that are joining in, and at the end of my video, please click the link that I will have in my description box and it will take you to the next channel that's playing along. Each of us will be linking to the next channel in the hop, and that will take you all the way around to see all of our projects. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Kat and I love to do DIYs on a budget. I like to use thrift store products along with Dollar Tree products, any way I can get it to be budget friendly. And some of the decor styles I love rustic, I love farmhouse, modern farmhouse, boho, nautical, all that good stuff. So if you would like to get notified every time I upload a new video, make sure you subscribe. Hi, welcome back to my channel, According to Kat. If you are new here, please introduce yourself in the comments below. If you're returning, just say hi. What are we going to be making today? If you'd like to know what supplies I've used, please check out the description box below. And with all that being said, let's get right into the video. Okay, DIY number one, Terracotta peony pots. So the first thing I did was I took these terracotta pots from the Dollar Tree, and you get 2 in a pack. So they're larger, they're the larger ones. They have the smaller ones that are 3 in a pack. So I need 3 of them, so I needed 2 packs. So I am taking some Waverly Chalk Paint in white, and I'm giving them a very light coat. I'm brushing off any excess, and I wanted it to be more of a white wash. Since I wanted such a light coat, I only gave them 1. And like I said in my last video, it's really hard to mimic the amount you're putting on the previous one, but I did my best. And again, they don't have to be perfect. And just put those 3 aside to dry. Now I am taking my Dollar Tree Floral Foam, and I will put a bit in bottom of each of these pots so I can insert my flowers. Now, this wooden box base I'm using, this was from when I got married. That's embarrassing. It was a long time ago. And I save everything. So please tell me, do you save everything or am I alone? Do crafters save everything? I am using these fanny roses. I didn't even know that's what they were called until I'm making this video. That's funny. Anyway, I thought they were peonies, but they're really fanny roses. Can I just call them peonies? Okay. Anyway, I used 1 small bunch for each pot, and you got 1 large peony and 1 small peony. I told you I'm using peony, and they were 97 cents. So yes, you can get whatever you want at the Dollar Tree, but I really do. I got this at Walmart. I don't know if I said that, but I do like Walmart's greenery, and yeah, so that's what I use. And use what you have, because please, please, please don't go out. Just don't go out. And I will just continue to craft what I have. So, and I have a lot, so don't worry, I'll keep making videos. Okay, so now I am taking some Spanish moss from the Dollar Tree, and I will just put a bit in each of those pots. And you don't really need that much because you don't see that far in, and that was it. And now I am just placing them inside of the knife box lid. And look how cute these are. You wouldn't even know that's a knife box lid. Now I am taking these drawer pulls that I got off of Amazon. I will try to link it in the description box. I got a whole bunch of them in a bulk pack, and they were pretty inexpensive. I did not want to put screws in this wood because it's not too thick and I didn't know what was going to happen. So I just used hot glue. You can use E6000 or the Fix-All glue from the Dollar Tree. And guess what? The hot glue worked fine and it's still holding strong. I'm not going to hold it by the handle, so it's more decorative than anything. And then I just put these inside, and I love this piece. Simple, pretty, love. DIY number 2, wood base candle vase. Hey, that rhymed. I didn't even realize it. Okay, so I am taking this glass vase from the Dollar Tree and some white tape. This is not painter's tape, but is what I had around, so I used it. It is like white duct tape, and I am just trying to make it as straight as possible, and I am going to paint the bottom of this vase with my Waverly Chalk Paint. Now, my idea was to make it look more like, do you know, like that grass cloth where it has those almost like striations, like those stripes in it, but they're not stripes, they're just like the grass woven in. That's the look I was going for. So I am going to start with 1 coat of the Waverly Chalk Paint in white, and then I will go back with another coat. When I went back with the second coat, I made sure that I was going in the right direction, and it was okay if it was a little thick because I wanted those lines in it. So I was good with that. So the next thing I'm doing is I want to make the base or the stand it's going to be on. So I am measuring where I want basically the vase to sit, like how high I want it. These sticks are from Hobby Lobby. They are like a balsa wood, and you get a whole bunch in a package. And yeah, so they're pretty easy to cut if you need to, but I am not cutting them. I am leaving them whole, and I want them to be tall up the sides of the vase. So you've seen in a previous video, I made the small base, the wood stand with all Dollar Tree products. So I'm still using the building blocks from Dollar Tree and that little square from Dollar Tree, just like in my last video. And I can link that video below if you want to see how I made those stands on my bunny pots. And now I am doing the same thing, but I want the sides to be higher and go up the vase, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So I am taking all 4 of those building blocks, and I will just glue it right to that little square, and just as long as one side is flat so that you can put the vase down on it. The other side, it's okay if it has that bump to it because it will be on the underneath. Right here you can see what I mean. I'm showing you that I wanted the vase to sit a little higher, and that crayon mark offered me a good guide. So I am taking this wooden piece right here. I'm not gluing it on or anything. I'm just using it as like a height thing so that I can get all sides of that base around the same height and it's not all lopsided. So you can see I'm just using some hot glue here. Again, you can use Fix All or E6000. I used hot glue. It stays fine. I didn't have any problems with it, but again, if you want it to be solid and not move, use the other types of glue. And I am just going to go right around and hot glue that on all of those pieces of the balsa sticks. And yeah, I hope you can see what I'm doing because it really sounds like I don't even know what I'm talking about and that I didn't even do this craft. But I did, and I just don't know what I'm talking about. I just can't explain it for some reason. Please, yeah, I hope you can see what I'm doing. And then I just go right around. I just use that as a guide to get a certain height. And that was it for like this part. Again, you could take that wood and stain it. I wanted it to be that natural wood. And yeah, so this is my favorite part, when you take off the tape and you see that like crisp line. Love it. So whatever's crunching off of there, that was just whatever was on the tape. And it gave me a pretty crisp line. If it doesn't, just go in with I don't know, like a razor blade or something and just take it right off. And look how cute. I love it. So the next thing I want to do is I want to take some brown paint. So I take the Waverly Chalk Paint in hazelnut, and I am going to do a very light dry brushing on this. So I'm going to put whatever's in that lid on my chip brush, and this brush is very like rough and the bristles are all over the place, but it's perfect for when I am dry brushing something or just want that effect. And I am just going in the same directions because I want, like I said before, to have that grass cloth look. And at the end, it really does look like that, and I like it because I don't know, the paint was a little thicker and it just kind of stood up a little bit, and it was exactly what I wanted. And then I have a nice like brownish candle that I'm going to put right in here. It's a tall one. If you don't have a tall candle, you can just take some Dollar Tree rocks. That was my other option. And pile them up and then put a smaller candle that would look just as cool. So either way, yes. But I love how this one turned out as well. I really didn't know what direction I was going in, and then in the end, I just thought it was so cute. So I hope you like it too. Okay, DIY number 3, home wreath. So the first thing I did was I took this wooden sign from the Dollar Tree. I'm acting like I'm strong there, and I'm not. I'm just going to cut those off. This is supposed to be an arrow, but I am turning the direction and making it into a house. I will take my painter's tape and I am going to make stripes. So the first thing I do is I just take a piece, lay it right at the bottom. My next piece will be my spacer piece. I will put another piece on, and then I take that spacer piece off, and then I keep moving it all the way up the house. That way I keep everything nice and straight. So I am just keeping basically the thickness of the stripes to be the thickness of the tape. That's the easiest way to do it. And this works out perfectly. So I go all the way up the house, and then I'm going to wrap the blue painter's tape around the sides just to make sure it's not like seeping underneath on the sides. And I do paint the sides too. Just wrapping them all around, and I'm pressing down on that tape as I go to make sure it is pushed down on that wood so that I do not have like seepage underneath those pieces of tape. Now I am taking some agave. Now, if you saw my last video, you saw my scale was done, that like kitchen scale was done in agave. Now I'm taking it with Waverly Chalk Paint in white, and I'm really lightening it up. So now it almost has like a baby bluish mint color to it, and I thought this was a nice summery springy look, and right now we need summery springy feelings. And yeah, so that's why I painted these stripes in that color, and I absolutely love the color it turned out. Again, just mixing a little agave with white. And I am just going across, giving it one good coat. After it dries, mostly dries, it dries really fast because, it's chalk paint. I will go back and give it a second coat, only because like I wanted it to be really opaque and not light. So yeah, that's just kind of look I wanted on this little house. And I made sure I got my edges as well. Okay, so the next thing I did was I took these popsicle sticks from the Dollar Tree, and I'm cutting them on an angle. I did the first one on an angle, and then I took the second one, held it together, and just copied the first one, and that made my peak. And the first time I did it, it wasn't at the best angle, so I went back and made it more at an angle. Does that even make sense? All right, you know what I'm saying. I just wanted it to peak better at the top of the roof, and I realized it was just too straight up and down, so I angled it more, and there you go. It turned out perfect. So I am taking my sandpaper from the Dollar Tree, and I am just right where I cut it, I'm just going to sand that down. And I was okay with the bottom of it being rounded. Now I'm taking these Dollar Tree letters, the wooden letters they have, and I'm spelling out home. They were too big to put across, so I am putting it almost in a square, H-O on one line, M-E on another line. And in the end, I liked how it looked. And at first I thought it wasn't sure I was going to do it, but I really liked it like that. So I'm just using some hot glue to put that on. You can use any glue you have around. Like I said, just use what you have. At this point, if we want to stay busy and craft, let's just use what we have And then it will give us all excuses to go out when this whole thing is done to buy more stuff. Right? Right. Okay, so the next thing I did was I'm just rubbing off any extra hot glue strings that are hanging. And I loved this little house. I thought it was so cute. Again, if you want to stain that wood, go right ahead. I liked it the natural wood. I've been into natural wood lately, which is, I'm not quite sure. I usually love like the rustic look, but lately I've been into like, I don't know, the natural wood. So I'll go with it. So I'm just putting on some hot glue, wiping off any excess, and just putting it right there on the peak of the house or the roof of the house. And that is done. And it is so cute. So the next thing I did was I took this willow wreath from the Dollar Tree. It is very small, but that's okay because it's exactly how I wanted it. At first I tried to hot glue the house right to the wreath and it was having no part of that. So I took a piece of jute string and laid it across some hot glue and then put some burlap ribbon on top to hold that in place. And then I'm going to tie it around the willow wreath and it will give me a pretty secure hold. I will go back after I'm done tying this and just put a little hot glue at the top of the house and the bottom of the house where it meets up with the wreath, and that was enough to hold it in place. I'm just kind of straightening it here, and as I'm straightening it, I realized I could use a little extra hot glue, and that's when I kind of just sneak it in right underneath. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm taking this lamb's ear. This is from a garland, like a long garland of lamb's ear. And oh, real quick, that ribbon, I do not use that ribbon. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. I was thinking of using a black and white checkered ribbon and then I didn't like it in the end. But in case you like it, there it is. That's what it looks like. Now, I like to use garland pieces because I think it's a good bang for your buck. And you get so much on a piece of garland and then I just cut off the pieces. So I am taking just a couple little sprigs or leaves right off of that garland. Again, I got that at Hobby Lobby. I believe it was $19.99, 40% off, and it's a really good deal, I think, because they're just so long and you get so much. But I love lamb's ear. I love the look of it. I love that dusty look of it. I don't know. I just think it's pretty. So I think I put 3 on one side and 4 on the other, and I liked how it looked. Just using hot glue and it stuck perfectly fine. So then I was going to use this ticking ribbon also from Hobby Lobby, but I don't. I ended up using this raffia ribbon from the Dollar Tree. You know, like in the floral section, they have like all those raffia pieces in Dollar Tree. That's where I got that. And here it is. I hope you like it. So now we are at the final reveal and I will go through all 3 DIYs I just showed you. And here is the first one, my Terracotta peony pots in the wooden box. I love this so much. I love the whitewash on it. I think it just looks so fresh. And that little handle drawer pull is just so cute. And I just love this whole DIY. I think it's sweet and pretty and summery and spring and reminds me of warm weather. And it makes me happy. So I like this one a lot. The next one we have is this vase with the wooden base, and I love this one as well. I think it is really cool and I love it paired with the peony terracotta pots. I just think that's a really pretty look together, and I loved it on my fireplace like that, and here it is by itself. And lastly, I have the home sign wreath, and this one is so pretty as well. I just think it is such a spring fresh look, and yeah, I love it. So tell me in the description box below which one of these is your favorite. I am going to go with the 3 terracotta peony pots. I absolutely love that one. And yeah, so you tell me which one is yours. And don't forget to check out the next person in the link below. Thanks for watching, guys. So that's it. That's the end of my video. I hope you liked everything you saw here today, and I hope it inspires you to make something of your own. If you've not checked me out at Instagram over at Catluna Designs, I invite you to do so. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye! With all that being said, let's get right into it. I don't know what I just did. Real quick, I want to mention, I hope you guys are all hanging in there. Please remember to use the stash you have. Please go out as minimally as possible. I want you all to stay safe. I am using what I have in my house, and yeah, I'm starting to run low, but I will be creative. I will find what I need to, so stick with me. I'm gonna put out as many videos as I can to keep you guys busy and entertained and keep your mind off things. So thanks for watching, guys.